Chelsea's 4-1 thrashing of Burnley at Turf Moor earlier this month stands out for a number of reasons. Firstly, it marked just the second time in a year that they had earned 3 successive victories, coming as it did on the back of a Carabao Cup win over Brighton and 3 points being claimed at Fulham. The result was also the first time Chelsea had scored more than 3 goals in a competitive match since a 6-0 thumping of Southampton in March 2022. If any further evidence were needed of just how bad the Blues had been for the past year, the success at Burnley also meant Chelsea went into a mid-season international break on the back of a win for the first time in 19 months. Being able to spend the last week and a half relaxing in the belief that their side may have finally turned a corner has been a rare luxury for Chelsea supporters. But are these results evidence that the West Londoners are getting back to where they think they belong, or simply the product of favourable fixtures? Moreover, is there a rude awakening on the horizon when Arsenal visit Stamford Bridge on Saturday, live on Sky Sports? Anybody watching Chelsea closely this season would have been able to see the positive impact Mauricio Pochettino has made since taking charge. The results, just 2 wins from their first 7 games, may not have backed it up, but Pochettino's Chelsea are easier on the eye than either of Graham Potter or Frank Lampard's sides. Whereas Chelsea's underlying numbers last season showed they were nothing more than a mid-table team, the former Tottenham boss has generated clear improvements all over the pitch. Chelsea now rank 7th for expected goals in the Premier League after coming 12th last season, while they are 4th for expected goals conceded compared to 11th in the previous campaign. What is more, Chelsea have gone from 7th to 2nd for possessions won in the attacking third per match, pointing to obvious improvements in their ability to press the opposition. But before getting too carried away, it's important to note Pochettino continues to grapple with the issue that undermined Potter: Chelsea's continued underperformance in front of goal compared to their expected output. Last season, the Blues had the worst expected goals differential in the Premier League, hitting the net 12.08 fewer times than they should have done. That profligacy continues to be a problem, with only Everton's misfiring forwards outdoing Chelsea in that particular metric this season. Pochettino will no doubt hope that routine win at Burnley was the moment the floodgates finally opened. The player that perhaps best represents the changes Pochettino has implemented is Enzo Fernandez, the midfielder who shone as a number 8 when helping Argentina to World Cup glory but then saw himself replacing Jorginho in front of the back 4 after joining Chelsea in January. Fernandez only showed glimpses of his quality as Chelsea limped to the end of a dispiriting season, but Pochettino was in no doubt of Fernandez's ideal role when speaking to Sky Sports in August, firmly stating the 22-year-old is a number 8. The wins over Fulham and Burnley coincided with Pochettino settling on a 3-player midfield, with Moises Caicedo as the pivot and Conor Gallagher and Fernandez on either side. The World Cup winner has quickly become key to Chelsea's setup, ranking 2nd for completed passes and 3rd for final third completed passes per 90 among all Premier League midfielders this season. But, as with Pochettino's team, there is still plenty of room for improvement, particularly in front of goal. Fernandez is yet to score in 26 Premier League games, while he has just 2 assists. Extracting more of his compatriot's undoubted potential would go a long way to helping Pochettino sustain his side's improvement. The pivot to youth under Todd Boehly and Behdad Ebally's leadership has been so drastic that, at just 28, Raheem Sterling is the 3rd oldest player in Chelsea's first team. The 4-time Premier League winner looked lost after joining Chelsea last season, at times selected as a striker by Thomas Tuchel and a wing-back by Potter, with injuries also restricting his progress. But with Pochettino consistently asking